Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. I break down all things Big Brother. Right now, we are breaking down Big Brother Canada. So if you are joining me live, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit the like, please. Let's get to 100 likes this live. That's the goal for tonight. Shout out to all my beautiful mods who will probably be directing you throughout this live to hit the like. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and follow me on social media at Joleen Lunzer on Instagram, Twitter, and the TikTok. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Tonight is a busy night because I cover 90 Day Fiancé with Nana at 5 p.m. Pacific. Then I usually watch the BBCAN episode at 6 p.m. Pacific. And then I usually hop on live a little after 7. But today I missed most of the episode. But I am caught up on all the live feeds and all that. And I think I know what happened in tonight's episode. And I do have PowerPoint slides that I made for spoilers. So just so you know, there will be spoilers in this video. So if you don't like spoilers, you might want to check this out later. But if you are one of those people who like the live feeds and like the spoilers and like to know things, then you're in the right place. If you want to support the channel, Super Chat's a great way to do it. There's also links to my PayPal, Patreon, Venmo, Cash App, and Amazon wish list in the description of this video. Hello, hello, hello. And just like the wonderful Shannon Van is saying, don't forget to hit the like when you come in. And you can also subscribe to Shannon Van because she is not only one of my mods, but a wonderful YouTuber. So thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys. I don't blow it off, Ricky Bobby. I promise you, I never just blow off BBCAN. It's just, I cover a lot of stuff. And Joleen needs a team, you know? Like Joleen, that J needs a team. JNAT. That's going to be my acronym. Joleen needs a team because there's just one of me. And I have so many shows I cover, and I wish I had people to research for me and give me live feed notes, but it's just me. It's just me, you guys. It's just me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for those people joining me on Twitch, like the notorious Morris, who's also one of my mods on Twitch. Shout out to you. Yeah, I had to cut you hours ago, Joleen. Decisions were made. LOL. Well, that's okay. Thank you. I'm trying. I got some new palettes. Hashtag JNAT. Yeah. Joleen needs a team. So if you like to do free work, hit me up at joleneedsateam.com. No, that's not a real website. But if you do like to do free work, let me know. Because I might need a team coming up for BBUS. I don't know. Everybody's got a team. Everyone's got a team. And then there's me. So I don't know, you know, I do collab with Sarah, which I'll be with Sarah from Nerdtainment tomorrow on Tuesday. So make sure you're subbed to her. We'll be talking live feed spoilers, and then she joins me every Friday. All right, you guys. So let's get into this. Let's get comfy. We had the episode 9 of BBCAN9. So it was the 9-9, and that aired tonight. And like I said, I saw parts of it, but I didn't see the whole thing. But I don't think we have to see the whole thing. I mean, obviously, we're coming back and we're seeing that Kiefer won HOH. We see that Kiefer put up Kyle and Roe. We have POV spoilers that I'll be sharing with you guys, and replacement nom spoilers because we had the POV competition this weekend. And then we had the POV ceremony today, I believe. And so a lot of things have been happening. We saw a little bit of Victoria, spicy villain, if you will, going off on Bethy. And you got exactly what you wanted, Beth. I did kind of catch a little bit of that. So that's always fun to watch, but I'm excited to watch the full episode when it posts to the BBCAN website tomorrow. But until then, let's just talk about some fun stuff. Yes, yes, yes. And let me know how you guys are feeling in the chat. I will highlight some of your comments. I love to hear from you guys as well. All right, so you think you know BBCAN9. Let's get into it. All right, so the POV winner was Roe. Roe won the POV. And obviously took himself off the block and was replaced with Austin. Now that was something that was causing a little bit of anxiety to Austin throughout the week. There have been tears. There's been shaking. At one point, Brayden, her BFF, they were in the food storage room, and he had to say, "Quit shaking, you're scaring me." And then there were tears when she was in the bedroom. I believe it was last night. And then Tina and Tara had to come in and do their mom duties, even though poor Tina's not even a damn mom. She's a dog mom. You know, as far as I know, she doesn't have any human children. She's like me. She's a mom to animals and an auntie to everyone. That's what I am. Joleen is a mom to animals, being Tilly, a cat, and an auntie to everyone. So they had to make her feel a little better, and she was very, very, very stressed out. Yes, just send them to jnat.com. So Ro won the POV. Did the trio throw it? So there is talk that they were in talks and with Ro about throwing it to him, and that Jed might have thrown it to Ro. And so, that's going around the house now, and that's stupid. Jed should have won the POV. You don't want Kyle or Ro to take themselves off the block if you want one of them to go home. And if they are now working with Kiefer like they say they are, where they're 4 Sunsetter strong, because Tina's kind of, she's in the peripheral, then you wouldn't want either of them to take themselves off, because then you're showing your sides. Because now, if Jed and Ty want Ro, because Kyle's the only one left, to believe that they're not gunning for them, which it seems they're very still concerned about Kyle and Ro at times. Even though Kyle's going home this week, he is the target of the house. We know things can change in this house, but that's how it is now. He is Kiefer's target. When they pick Kyle to go home over Austin, it'll be pretty clear that there is no love lost. So, yeah. Also Kyle. So Kyle knows he's the target now. And it seems as though he's not really doing a lot. Some people think he's kind of given up. At this point, he's just like, I'm probably going home. He's shirtless. Kyle, aka Stu, he's just leaning on things, laying down, flirting with Austin, hanging out in the ball pit, sharing info about finding bingo balls. So he's found bingo balls in the ball pit. We don't quite know what that means. We also don't know why they opened up the Expedia room today other than promotion. Because as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think there's been any reason. There hasn't been. Really, this season has been very good. I've loved it. I've loved the gameplay. Whether you think it's good gameplay or not, they're playing the game. So that's fun. But there really hasn't been a lot of twists and turns, and expect the unexpected. They're too busy doing TikToks for their sponsor, eating Wendy's for their sponsor, and then, stuff like that. But talking about Expedia for their sponsor, but it's still a really good season thus far. But Kyle's kind of sitting back going, you know what, I guess I'm going home. I'm going home. But on my way out, I'm going to make sure Ty and Jed don't get too far in this game, because there's nothing Kyle wants less, if this makes sense, hopefully I worded that correctly, than to see Ty. He said, I don't want to see Ty's stupid face. I'm paraphrasing a little. Winning Big Brother. I don't want to be sitting on my couch seeing his stupid face, because they love to talk shit about Ty and Jed. They just don't like him. And it's so funny or ironic or whatever Alanis Morissette would say, because Ty and Jed, they kind of like them. I think they're slowly catching on. But they've definitely tried to work with them, make truces with Ro and Stu, aka Kyle. But Kyle and Ro are like, they're dumb. They laugh at them behind their back. They're not fans of Jed and Ty. So Austin's a replacement. She's had anxiety. Like I said, she's cried. She's been shaking. She spends a lot of time in the ball pit. She finds it very soothing. And Stu comes in there, and then he goes under the balls, and they talk. And they have really romantic times. No, they're not doing any romancing, but there's some flirting. There's definite flirtations going on. Yes, Big Brother US this season is going to be sponsored by Cialis and herpes cream, and maybe vaginal itching. I don't know. We've seen previous seasons of BBUS where there was some itching with the Holly Beth. But yeah, the episodes are interesting. The edits are interesting. They're cutting the feeds a lot lately, which kind of sucks. So yeah, let's see what you guys are saying. Billy is saying, I love how Kyle turned from oddball to shirtless Stu, the douche, once he knew he was leaving. Yeah, the oddballs have pretty much disbanded. Carb is in full effect, even though one of their members is going home. And Carb is Kyle, Austin, Ro, and Brayden. And that's always been the 4. They've all now thrown Vic under the bus, thrown her name out there, and we will get to that. So Austin's on the block. She's talked to Kiefer on the feed. She says she's fine, but this won't go. This won't be forgotten by Austin. So as of now, Kyle is Kiefer and the house is Target. And I don't think it's going to change because, like I said, Kyle's not really doing anything to stay. I don't know if he doesn't want to campaign against Austin. I think he just knows his time is up. But there's still moves that could be made. I feel like there's still things Ro and Kyle could do. Jed and Ty, especially Ty at this, well, I don't know if I would say especially Ty, but Jed and Ty, they can convince them. And Tina and Tara wouldn't actually be that hard to convince because Austin wins stuff. And some people feel as though they don't quite know where Austin stands. They think she's sweet. They think she's nice, but they're just, I think the case could be made for Stu to get some votes here. If he could flip Jed and Ty, who knows? It's Big Brother. You should at least try. You wonder how many balls are in the ball pit. It's been speculated by Beth, who clearly is a mathematician, that there's like 90,000. So, Angelo, I don't know. Probably 90,000 because Beth knows everything. And we have lots of Beth updates tonight. Oh, that's okay. I missed most of the episode, so we're mostly talking spoilers tonight. And I'm going to go back and watch the episode, and maybe I'll mention a little tomorrow on my update with Nerdtainment with Sarah. So, yeah, Kyle's just, he's shirtless and buttless. No, we're not body shaming Joleen, but he just has no booty. It's just a little guy. Such a little guy. And yes. Okay. So that's that about that. We got to get to the Showmance update. Showmance update. Sexy. Can I hit it from the front? Can I hit it from the back? Do you thruple like that? It's a thruple. No, it is no longer a thruple, you guys. There was talk on the live feeds. You're not going to see this on other breakdowns of this show. I'm the only one that talks about wieners. I guarantee Sarah and David, they're highbrow. They're not talking wieners. Rob has a podcast. They're not going to talk about wieners. Who else covers? Matt and Jess Carter, they're not talking wieners. They got too much class. Everyone has got class. I got the ass. Okay. So Showmance update. Ty, apparently, Beth told Austin and Brayden that Ty's wiener is massive. Massive. That was the exact quote. Massive. And that Jed, surprisingly, isn't as big as you'd think. Ooh. Okay. Thanks, Beth. And Ty has recently, and as you can see Austin's face, they're like, how do you know? Did you grab it? She's like, yeah, I've touched Ty's. And their speculation word on the street is now Jed and Beth possibly, maybe, allegedly went all the way. ATW, you guys. ATW. All the way, May. You ever see A League of Their Own? All the way, May. She, boom, hit it out of the park. They're just boom, 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 over here, boom, over here. Apparently, they've been waking up at all hours of the night, kind of like Ty and Beth used to do, where they'd sometimes make a sandwich, sometimes they'd make out on the couch or touch wieners or touch vulvas and wieners or labias and wieners or whatever. And now it's Jed and Beth. So now they're waking up. The best part of waking up is Jed's medium-sized peen in your hand. So that's kind of what's going on there. And yeah, there's in the house today, Austin, Brayden, Ro, and Kyle. Because Kyle's like, what? She's with Jed, what? And Austin and Brayden are like, yeah, we hear them kissing all the time. And Ty's in the bed next to them. And sometimes he's like, and he turns around. They're like, he doesn't care? Kyle's like, some guys are like that. They just don't care. It's really weird. Oh, it's so weird. So, yeah. So now Jed and Beth are like in a showmance, okay? Showmance. They, like I said, I think they went all the way. So we might see some Big Brother babies coming, count 9 months from now. And Mazel, Beth and Jed having a baby. Is it Ty's? We don't know. I don't know if Ty and Beth ever allegedly went all the way, but Jed and Beth did, maybe possibly go all the way. So they've been kissing in the food storage. They've been talking about their showmates. They had a whole boring conversation about, when did you start liking me? And you could tell that Jed was like, well, I knew I didn't have a chance with Austin. LaToya turned me down. I'm competitive with Ty. 2v1. And then, you were available. And Beth is like, wow, that's like really sweet. It's like, oh my God, it's like so sweet. I'm going to pull my pants up to my nipples. So no, Beth pretends that she too is just winging it. Just who cares? It's just fun in the sun. It's fun in the downstairs, fun in the basement, if you will, fun in the damp basement. But I think they're both catching feelings. Actually, I don't know if Jed's catching feelings. I just feel like Jed, there was a poll on Twitter. I don't know whose Twitter account it was, but it was one of the BBCAN Twitter accounts, not official, asking if Jed is a good boyfriend. No. There's no. Jed's trying to pretend he never flirted with Austin, and he was saying how Bananas Production was asking him about a showmance, possibly with Austin. He was like, nah. Well, yeah, because Austin was not interested. She was like, excuse me, I'll take a bed for one and a game for one and a showmance that is not Jed. So now, and it doesn't hurt that Ty basically professed his love for his best friend at home. Apparently he has this girlfriend who he's dated some and he's been best friends with forever. And they have always kind of loved each other. And it's just that 20-something love where you're like, one day we'll get back together. When in the reality, if you don't do it soon, one of you is going to get knocked up or knock someone else up, and it's going to ruin the whole plan. Because you always think you'll go back to that. We'll meet again one day when we're serious. And no. Maybe when you're 40, 45, you're both divorced, you're miserable, you've gained 30 pounds, you're jobless, you don't have mental health benefits. You're like, I guess I'll hook up with an ex. Maybe then. But this whole, I think we're MFEO. Well, hurry up. If you're MFEO, meant for each other, Ty, jump on it. Because life doesn't stop for the MFEOs, okay? She could be out there right now like, meeting the love of her life and introducing him to her baby door. So get on it. But Ty was telling Beth, and Beth's like, oh my God, that's so sweet. You're such a good guy. And inside, she's like, hi, Ty. Because she has said on the feeds multiple times that Ty would be a better boyfriend. And duh, he would. You just know these things. As a woman, we instinctively can see these things. We know when there's red flag Jed coming at us. I'm like, no, get them abs away. No, she's going to break my heart. And then Ty's there, and he's got abs. But you're like, I might go for Jed because he's going to ruin everything. It's not my fault. It's not that women like bad boys. It's just that we've been socially conditioned to believe if men treat us like shit, they really like us. And that's why we have to stop that in our fairy tales and movies and telling little girls, like, if he pushes you down and he hits you, he likes you. No, if he pushes you down and he hits you when you're a little girl, he's an asshole. Okay? Tell the teacher to tell his parents, or learn how to throw a right hook. Okay? That's what you do. He doesn't like you. He doesn't have a crush on you. When someone has a crush on you, they're nice to you. And they say, I have a crush on you. So anyways, back to the point. So Beth is just trying to be the cool girl, because she's in the throuple. And she's just like, that's so great. It's so great. I think I'm in love with my ex too. It's so weird, right? Like that we're both like, it's about that we're both like in love with our exes and like maple syrup and mousses and Canada and stuff. So anyways, yeah. So apparently she has an ex too. Everyone's in love with their ex. All their exes live in Texas. Okay. So Ty seems to be fine with it. But I think, unfortunately, what's going to happen is Jed is that guy, you guys, and this is me just guessing, that likes to chase. He likes to chase. And once he's caught you, he's bored. Okay. And he's going to be at 24-hour fitness for 24 hours cheating on you. Okay. That's why 24-hour fitness is open. It's not open for the fitness. It's open for cheaters so that they can just have sex at all times in an open area. I think. I don't know. I don't work out. But so yeah, that's what's going on in the showmance department. I don't know. Let's see what you guys are saying. Total Drama Center says, but Jed didn't treat Beth like shit in my opinion. No, he hasn't. He's actually being really nice to her. But I'm saying, he has limited options in this house, okay? Limited options. So right now, this is looking good. But when he gets out, his DMs are going to be shot up. He's going to be asked to go on Love Island. With abs like that, his reality TV career is not over. Now, Beth, she's going to be like, so when do we have the babies? I'm just so quirky. And he's going to go, no, I'm still a baby. I'm just having some fun. AD says, Beth disappointed me. I really liked her preseason. I wish LT stayed instead of her. I do too. I do too. I do too. My charts. Yeah, my charts. It's all about the peen. All about the wieners. In Jed's mind, Microaggressions McGee is playing hard to get. Yeah. And now she's fully in. She's in. So he thinks it's funny when YouTube crashed. Okay. Sorry, I'm highlighting things just to see. They want Showmance's, aka sex, to happen. Do you think Jed will cut Ty or Beth? Beth. It's Beth. Jed and Ty have a really good friendship. They like each other. They love each other. They're high-fiving, and Beth's like, don't high-five when I leave here. Don't high-five. Don't do it. Don't do high-five. And then she leaves, and they high-five. She's like, I caught you. It's so fun. I'm the fun girl. Don't get involved in a throuple. Beth, you're going to get your whole heart broken, okay? And you're kind of asking for it. So there you go. Now, off of Showmance's, because, wow. Let's talk about, let's see. Beth must have been disappointed because Jed is the first black guy she's been. Well, this is what she has said, you guys. She has said, I've never been with a black guy. Now I have two. What, miss? Oh my God. I mean, I heard Jed didn't even apply for the show. That production asked him to be on the show. Probably. I heard he was supposed to maybe be on Love Island, but that's what we heard from Jess, aka shout out to Girl Let's Agree to Disagree. Yeah, exactly. They live too far away. They're not spending money on flights. This is convenience. They're in their 20s. Their genitals are throbbing. They've been in the house for so long. They can't, relieve themselves as much as they want to. So they're just like, let's do it. Okay. Are we in love? Sure, for now. All right. So now it's Victoria. Everyone was like, holy shit, Victoria's screwed when she's done with HOH. But guess what? She's not. Kiefer winning, you thought would maybe be a death sentence in this game for Spicy Villain, but it's not. Kiefer has kept his promise, has not put her on the block, despite all of the oddballs suggesting that he should. And they're thinking that, this is their way of staying. And Spicy V has found out about that. And she's confronted some people. And so the oddballs really are no more. Spicy V is talking to the cams a lot of cam talk. I love the cam talk. I see a lot of Spicy V hate on the interwebs, but what's there to hate? She's bringing us entertainment and she's good for episodes and live feeds. So I don't see what the hate is. I really do think, I know everyone wants to go, Spicy V thinks she's Dan Giesling. No, Spicy V thinks she's Dr. Will, okay? Because she's interesting. Nothing against Dan Giesling. Dan's funeral is epic. Dan's first season BB10, great. But he did a lot of stuff behind the scenes and then swore on the Bible and all that, you guys know. But the real entertainment in 10 was it was the other player. It was Keisha, obviously Jerry. There was what is that? What's the older lady's name? I'm forgetting everyone's name now, but you know what I'm talking about. Dan wasn't really entertaining. He was pulling strings and stuff in BB10, but they had so many great characters. So she's trying to be Dr. Will. Dr. Will was messy. Victoria's messy. And I love how and Dr. Will didn't care if people liked him. And Victoria kind of is in a spot now where she's like, F it, I'm great. She's got that self-importance, but I hear a lot of things being thrown around like self-awareness and she needs this, but it's like, did Dr. Will have that? And I'm not saying Spicy V is as good as Dr. Will. We haven't seen that yet. I'm just saying, why do we just go to, she doesn't know what she's doing, she's stupid, she's annoying, she's this. But with Dr. Will, we're like, he's a legend. How he's so messy. Remember when he was like, put me on the block and BB All-Stars and he stood up and that was just so cool. It's like, why do we allow Remy, yes. Why do we allow, it's inappropriate. I'm Remy, it's inappropriate. Okay, it's inappropriate. So yes, thank you guys so much. But why do we allow the men to have so many layers in this game and the women were just like, she's stupid, she's not self-aware, she doesn't know what she's doing. It's like, maybe she does. Maybe she does. This game isn't over yet, okay? When you first saw Dr. Will, did you think he necessarily knew what he was doing at all hours of the day? No. Okay? And like, again, don't start roasting me and saying, oh, Joleen is saying Victoria's as good as Dr. Will. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying allow a female villain in this game. Maybe she's Rachel Rileying a little bit. Okay? Yeah, Rachel didn't win her first season. Second season did. Maybe because she had a little bit. I mean, she won, but it was a totally different season because you have returners and first timers. So it is a little different. But I'm just saying, why initially do people just roast this woman, and maybe she's trying to be interesting, and maybe she's trying to be messy, and maybe that is her gameplay. So before we say she doesn't know what she's doing, why don't we just let it play out? Let the woman play. And so far, she's been messy. She's called people out, but she's safe. And some people will argue, well, that's just because the one person that she would be safe with didn't put her up. Austin wouldn't put her up. Braden wouldn't put her up. I don't think Ro and Kyle would have put her up. So she would have been safe for a while. I don't even know if Ty and Jed at this point. This girl can talk her way out of stuff. It was said today on the live feeds by Ty and Beth. They're like, oh shit, I forget Victoria's here sometimes. Like sometimes she just slides under the radar, which is weird because she has this big personality. She's folding clothes and then all of a sudden she just blends in with the clothes. So, hello, Big Brother chameleon much? Now, I'm not asking you guys to think like she's the greatest ever, but allow her to evolve. Allow her to have a game, okay? Jeez, yeah, Rachel did have a little bit of production help in her, okay? But like, let's not roast Spicy V yet. She's giving us some good BB, even if you don't agree with her game. This is interesting. The oddballs lasted 2.2 seconds, and now they're completely down and out. They didn't remain loyal to each other, and they threw her under the bus. Even her own Glossy Posse did. Okay, so Vic is the odd woman out. She knows that, but she's constantly talking to the cams. It's great. Not in an annoying Cliff Hogg way, but in a really fun way. She's also always, as you can see in the bottom right corner here, people are talking. She's pretending to sleep. She's constantly getting knowledge. She's learning. She's soaking up things like a big brother sponge. Yes, and she's not scared. She ain't never scared. What? I ain't never scared. What? That's Vic. That's Vic, you guys. Yes. And Keith gave Vic credit for the LT blind side. Like she is authentic. Like that's the thing. And she did want LT out. Now, did I want LT out? No. But overall, that's a big game move. Okay. To break up the trio that was Jed, Ty, and LaToya is a way bigger game move than to break up Beth, even though I argued that she should send Beth home to break up the showmance. But at this point, I'm like, they're just swapping back and forth. Are they even serial? Are they even serious about this stuff? So it was. And that was just because I wanted LT to stay. But logically and strategically, take LT out if you got the chance. If she doesn't want to work with you, she's working against you. And that's just the bottom line. So now Vic knows that Ro and Kyle, and she plays it up so beautifully, that Ro and Kyle were throwing her name up, throwing her under the bus. And so Ro, knowing that Kyle's going to go, had a talk with her in the ball pit with Kyle. And they were like, you can't trust Ty and you can't trust Jed. Okay, but you can trust me. And she's like, how the frick can I trust you? I like this about her because in this moment, she should probably just play ball and say, yeah, I know. But no, she takes risks. Like she's bold. That's a bold ass move in Big Brother to be like, yeah, really? Because you've been throwing my name under the bus. And that really hurt my feelings. You guys could have told me. Austin and Braden told me, but you guys didn't tell me. So I don't know. I don't know if I can play with you. I don't know. I'll have to think about it rather than swooping up Ro. But I do think either she knows or she soon will know that she'll be able to swoop up Ro if she needs to have him on the side. But Ro is now committing to Kyle's going home. And Kyle's like, yeah, I'm going home. NBD, I'm just going to play some hockey. Think about Austin, practice my ashtray character, AKA Kylie. I'll do anything for $20. Maybe he's going to start drag. That would be amazing. And bring that Kylie character, I like to lick ashtrays. I like that girl. She's nice. So now he is saying, you're my number one. You're my rider. I live for you, Victoria, because I owe you, because you kept me safe. And now I've done you wrong. Victoria's like, oh, really? Okay, well. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, you just, I don't know. I can't really commit to anything right now. We'll have to see with HOH and stuff. So it's captivating to watch. She's blunt. She's cray-cray. She's entertaining. I think she's falling back. She can fall back into Ro's arms, and then she can fall back into Kiefer's, and then she can go to Tina and Tara. The thing is, she's giving herself options. Okay? Yes, Ricky Bobby. Cliff. That is the correct emoji. Was sad Vic compared being abandoned by oddballs to abandoned by her foster parents. Let's be honest. She hasn't been the best about expressing herself on this show. between using the R word to making other comparisons. I think there's a lot of growth to be had there, but she's playing the game. So yeah, I don't expect her to be the most poetic when it comes to this kind of stuff, but I don't feel as though her intentions are to be hurtful. I don't feel as though she is hateful. Now, maybe 3 weeks from now, I'll be proven wrong. But so far from what I've seen from her, I think she takes the game a little personal sometimes. Of course, they all do. But I don't feel that at her core, she has shown us to be like an evil person. She is a survivor. Yeah, it's Lynn. Ro's social game it's hard. The thing with Kyle and Ro is they are very much glued to each other and loyal to Carb, but they're not good at branching out. They're not that good at faking the funk. And Ro he's awkward. He thinks he's doing something and you're like, that's the thing. Victoria, the great thing that she has is people, it's not a great thing, but it is kind of for this game. They can almost talk down to her. But she knows you don't have to talk down to her. You even see Beth doing that. Like, Victoria, are you sure you want to do this? I mean, are we protecting the boys? What about what the boys want? What if the boys are in trouble? And Victoria's like, get out of here, Beth. So Victoria right now is thriving. Her and Kiefer still have this little understanding. I don't know how long it's going to last, but she put him up. He could have went home. Anything could have changed in a second and he would have went home, yet he's still like, I'm not going to put you up. And they're talking and they both agree they're the two super fans in this house. And I wouldn't be surprised if things keep going the way they're going, if these two end up being final two. Now I know that's, that's a lot. That's far off. That's a reach at this point. But if they play their cards right and they find their way back to each other and are able to work with other people, because at this point, Kiefer is directly aligned, which Kyle, aka Stu, can understand with the people that voted him out, being Beth, Ty, and Jed. And the foursome are the remaining Sunsetters, because they're like, she's in between. Tina and Tara are in the middle at this point. And we don't know for sure which way they're going to go. Right now, they're on board. They're like, yeah, we'll vote Stu out, whatever. We'll keep Austin. But they've thought maybe Austin should be the one to go, because if you look at the two, Austin's one more. She's more likable, but I think they look at Ro and Kyle as a bigger power duo than Austin and Brayden. And that's how they're kind of looking at it now, as pairs and groups and stuff. So despite, Kyle not winning anything, and they just look at him as being a little scarier, if you will. Victoria is not the HOH. Kiefer is, but you'd think, who knows sometimes? You know what I mean? Lines get blurry. Yes, Kiefer has slowly grown on me through his HOH. The good thing about Kiefer's HOH is the rest of the house, Ro, Kyle, and them, they think he's heavily influenced by Ty and Jed. But let's just say Kiefer came in with this strategy. He knows what he's doing. He definitely wants to send Kyle home because he's like, hey, it's LT. I'm doing it for LT. LT wanted one of these guys home on the block. And Kiefer also doesn't forget what happened in the food storage room. Now, that is a little bit personal, but that's also game too, because these guys aren't necessarily going to be, he hasn't really connected with them. Now, Ty and Jed, they don't look at Kiefer as being as strategic as he is, but he is. And I think Kiefer is underestimated because of the way he looks. But they should truly fear that he's a super fan. And I also think he had that sad boy strategy for a while. And he's kind of like, I don't have thick enough skin for this. He does that sad boy strat, aka acting, and I just want to go home to my wife and stuff. He pulled a little bit of that. So I think, they think, well, he's kind of weak. But then when Kiefer gets a little bit of power, he's really feeling himself and he's making moves. So Ty and Jed aren't the ones that are leading Kiefer's strategy. That's Kiefer. But like Victoria told Kiefer, let them believe that. Tina and Tara were like, let them believe that Jed and Ty are the masterminds. And then you can fly a little bit under the radar. Let's see. Kyle has the ugliest wardrobe. Kyle is just, the best thing about Kyle was when he was in drag. He should just always be Kylie because Kylie was funny and Kyle is just like, that's it. That's all. But Kylie, oh, she is a firecracker. So yeah, I'm happy Stu's going at this point, Kyle, because I do think that Ro and Kyle just need to be broken up. I never was huge fan, so that's just on a personal level. And then as far as the oddballs go, they are two members of Carb. So looking at it as we can, as fans who see it, it is technically breaking up a twosome and opening up Ro for other opportunities if people choose. And Kiefer was even talking about, shit, what's Ro doing? Because it seems like he's just not doing what he should be doing or setting himself up or even fighting. Or maybe he's fighting a little too hard or for Kyle or Stu, or just he's just obsessed with Stu. So at this point, Kiefer was like, I would maybe pull Ro into something. But we'll see what happens with Ro without Stu, because Ro and Stu are like besties for the resties. They're like Ren and Stimpy. They're Beavis and Butthead. They love being together. They're together all the time. So it'll be interesting to see Ro's game, because early on, watching Ro's video before he entered the house, we thought he was going to be this villain, this mastermind, and it's like, it's not that masterful. Okay. Cool. Yeah, Tara really doesn't want like I said, Tara and Tina could be talked into Austin going. They really could at this point, but they're just not doing it. Victoria wins the next HOH. I think she has a target on her back because she's a comp beast. Yes, that could be. But at this point, I don't think there is a reason for Victoria. I mean, you always want to try for HOH, I guess, but it could put a target on her back. But I don't think anyone's gunning for her right now. No, I at this point, I don't see anyone as she's their number one. Now, things can change within the Big Brother house, but as of now, I don't even think. I think people are still looking at Ty and Jed, because they're now, Ro and Kyle will be split up, and Ty and Jed are the power duo. And they have a 3 with Beth. So I think someone will want to maybe take that shot before Vic. Kiefer wanted Stu out because Stu is in love with Austin. Yeah, I mean, Stu definitely is feeling Austin. And it's just a good group to break up, because he's already flirting with Austin and he's in like a bromance with Ro, and Kiefer's not their biggest fan. He's not their biggest fan. So it doesn't hurt Keef. Keef's long game planning is great to watch. Yeah, I think he's definitely underestimated, and that's good. You know, when it comes to Big Brother, get underestimated. And then once you get to the end, you plead your case and you go, I was so good, you guys didn't even know it was me pulling these strings, you know? So did the throuple throw the veto? That's what they said. I mean, I think they did, which is stupid. Like I talked about early on in this live. I mean, that's what makes me laugh when they say that Jed and Ty are the strategic masterminds over Kiefer. I'm just not really buying it because of situations like that. Throwing a veto to them when you don't want to show your cards, but you're going to have to show your cards, just doesn't really make a lot of sense. Every single person said they would not go after Vic because it's a waste of next week. It is kind of, because she's kind of on an island by herself. And this island thing was brought up a lot when talking about Vic and throwing her under the bus. So he really does look like a stew. Yeah. Kyla is more into Austin than she is. Yeah, it's like hard to tell with Austin, but I just don't think I think she flirts a little, but I don't think she's here for that. And it probably has a lot to do with the fact that she allegedly hasn't had a boyfriend before. So she probably doesn't want this to be the place. She does it. Keith is not my favorite player in BBCAN. Not mine either. But you can't, this is an old one, so that's my last little slide, you guys. But you can't argue that he is not playing the game, because he is. And that's the beauty of Big Brother, is to have a comeback where you're on the block, sad boy strategy, you're getting in fights with people. One of your number ones, LT, which Kiefer, don't get me wrong, Kiefer sunk LT's game. And if she's at home watching this, girl, he sunk your game. You had too much trust and belief in this dude. He knew you were going home. You took the rap for the flip when it was really Kiefer. And then once you bought into the flip, and then he flipped back, and then people were like, it was LT. So just the fact that she wouldn't throw him under the bus and she believed his sad boy strat and was very much into protecting him really sunk her game, thinking that he was kind of an underdog, where I don't think he is. I don't think he's someone that you can really bully or mess with. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. I don't think Ro and Kyle could ever bully him. I think he played that up because for the sympathy card and for his sad boy strategy. Jed and Ty are not really good at BB. They're not. Fuji, they're not. They lack intuition and believe people's words too much. Yeah, they have this whole game been trying to somehow work with Ro and Kyle, who clearly want nothing to do with them. And they've been warned. And they're still like, I think we might save them. I mean, they were talking at one point about pulling one of them off the block if they won the POV. I'm like, are you listening to yourselves, you two? No. Ty is a gentle, wonderful soul, and Jed is just Jed. I don't really have anything bad to say about Jed. He's just Jed. But neither of them are really super strategic. I guess I shouldn't say they're not strategic. They're strategic, but like you said, they don't have that intuition that a lot of people have. The island thing worked for Vic instead of against. Exactly. Vic is a new breed of player, yo. Yes, Billy. Like, love Vic or hate Vic, she is doing stuff. I see things out there like Vic is the new Nicole Franzel. What are you people talking about? What? Nicole Franzel had 3 seasons right? Yeah, 3 seasons to show us her yucky woman-hating side, and wanting to be the only girl in the group. Victoria Spicy Villain just started. She's a villain, but I think she's admitting to being a villain. I mean, even on the difference is Frazzled Franzel is like, okay, I gotta learn how to act. I gotta teach me how to act, Coney. Okay, this is the hardest decision I've ever had to make. And I vote to evict you. And she never owned her gameplay. Spicy V is owning it. She's owning it to the feeders. I see her owning it later on. She's not playing this like innocent little thing. Where Franzel, I think Spicy V would own a villain tag, where Nicole Franzel never would. And Frazzled Franzel would have fans. She would have stans if she would own it. Like, this Big Brother community would respect her a lot more. I mean, she does have fans. There are people that really like her. But I definitely would like her game a lot more if she just owned the fact that she's kind of villanesque. And that's okay. I'll take it. But when you don't own that stuff, it's just really, really hard. Yes, that's perfect description, Ricky Bobby. Franzel is a villain disguised as a victim, and you can't do that. Like, you can fool the house like that, but you can't fool us viewers. We see, and we want to cheer for you because that's social, strategic, manipulative gameplay. And that's all's fair in BB when it comes to that. But she won't own it. She wants to be America's sweetheart while pulling the trigger and lying to her biggest allies. And it's like, it doesn't work like that. Jordan from BB11 was a sweetheart at the time. It's because she had this like innocence, and she really was. You wouldn't say Jordan, the winner of BB11, right? Yeah. It was as a strategic mastermind. You'd be like, no, she seemed really nice. That's it. But Franzel, you're not going to be that. But that's what she tried to be. So Franzel's having a boy. Oh, good. Even her uterus was like, I hate women. That's a joke, you guys. And it's okay because it's a good joke. All right. She despises women and feminism so much that even her body was like, no, I must make penis. All right. Is Beth dating Jed now? You bet your sunshine day 2052 she is. They're kissing in the room. They're talking about what made you like me first. What made you like me first? And they probably went all the way. So there might be a BB baby. Let's see. Lynn Alex. What was Keith supposed to do? Save LT? He didn't campaign, just like he said. Vic came to him. Let's see. Kyle is on the block. He should be telling people why they should keep him. Exactly. Why are you giving up? I feel as though Kyle's ego is in the way now because he doesn't want to campaign to Kiefer. He's like, screw Kiefer. He doesn't want to campaign to Ty and Jed. He thinks they're idiots. He literally is like, I do not want to see Ty's dumb face win this season. So he's just like, I'm out, which is so dumb because you're up against someone who's a better Big Brother player than you, has won more than you, has had power. And you could easily be like, she is a sniper. She's under the radar. She's winning stuff. She's likable. Like me, I'm a shield. People are always going to put me up. People are always going to be skeptical of me. Why wouldn't you want to keep me in? You know what I mean? Like Austin, she's going to get to the end. Her and Brayden, unstoppable. He could easily be doing something, but he's just doing nothing. Nothing. Yes, I saw the pictures in Us Weekly that she did end up getting married. And Memphis was there, and Cringe Miss was there, and the guy from Survivor was there, Brett from Survivor Millennials versus Gen X, and then another guy who was wearing capri or joggers, dress jogger pants was there. Josh Martinez was there because he never shies away from a photo op. So yes. She even talked about why she picked him. Oh, she did. Yeah, she did. She was like, he's like, why'd you pick me over Ty? Because Jed loves that kind of competition. So he asked Beth, like, why'd you pick me over Ty? She's like, well, like our games aligned. And he was like, really? Strategy? Yeah, that's important. And Ty's in love with his ex-girlfriend. Oh, yeah. He wanted to hear because you're sexier, you're hotter, your peen's bigger. But Beth already said on the feeds to Austin and Brayden that Ty's peen is massive and that Jed's is just not that impressive. This is Beth's words, not me. I'm not peen shaming. I don't peen shame. Maybe I have before. I apologize, but kind of. I'm like a little sorry. It depends on whose it is. You know what I mean? If it's like a mean peen, I don't care. But if it's like a nice peen, I don't want to, shame. But Beth said it. Beth was like, Jed's not as big as you think. Because apparently she jerked, gave a little jerk to Ty and it scared her. That's what she said. She was like, that one, that's going to leave a mark. And then with Jed, she was like, oh yeah, this is totally comfy. Really, this is like a, like a brat. I don't know what she exactly said, but yeah. What in the 9th grade are Ben and Jeff doing? I don't know. Kyle is the result of giving everyone participation. And the fact that he can go in this game and people are like, oh my God, he's so scary. He's so scary. He has the littlest tush I've ever seen. It's just a tiny little tush. And then I see this whole thing on Twitter where people are so upset that Ro is on slop. You guys, we have to stop as like fans getting ridiculously. My husband's showing his butt. Oh, he pulled down his pants. Let me turn the camera. No, I was kidding. My husband's got a boom. You know what I mean? Like I like a guy with I'd say it's a basketball booty. Basketball players always have such good butts because they're always like getting down and bending. And like a husband has like a little shelf. You know what I mean? I can put a little La Croix on there and go, But if I put it on Kyle, Stu would just fall down and it'll spill all over and I'll lose my aha. So yeah, that's what's going on there, you guys. Brats are big. Okay, so maybe a hot dog. I don't know. A mini weenie. I don't know. She didn't say it was mini. She just said it's not as big as you'd think. Brayden, yes, Brayden's so under the radar. Back to Kyle giving everyone participation trophies. That is actually really true because people in the house are just like, oh my God, Kyle, he's going to do so much. And he really hasn't. People look at him as an alpha, but I think Victoria's an alpha. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, you guys definitely check out the Us Weekly of Franzel's wedding because her bridal party was so diverse. Who knew Nicole had all shades of pale friends? Just everyone was just like one shale, one degree of alabaster to the next, just like a million me's. We're just like, and just everyone looked the same. It was like whiter girl, whitest girl. It was really, really diverse. Very, very diverse. Who's plays too hard? Who can return to revenge his or her target? I'm so excited. That's why I like watching BBCAN. Yes, that's gonna leave a mark. Best family. It's hard to say because it's just like they're consenting adults. I don't really see anything. I don't think you should probably be talking about people's wiener size, because I think if the shoe was on the other foot and we saw men talking about boobs or vagina sizes, then we'd all be very upset. So not a good look. Definitely not a good look. But as far as like hooking up, I don't know. She's 27. I mean, if she wants to get a little sexy, at least they wait till like later at night. At least it's not in the BB showers, or at least it's not Jackson, Mickey, and Holly Beth in the bed while Christy and Annalise are in the bed next to them. I'll never let you guys forget this. And Holly Beth grabs her water, is taking a sip, and Jerks and Mickey is talking to Christy and Annalise, the soccer ball, and the lights are off, and they're like, it's so hot in here. He's like, I know, as he's just pumping and from behind into Holly Beth, and you're like, what? That's not how sex works. You're supposed to both be having fun and enjoying it, where she's just like, yeah, and other people aren't supposed to be there talking about the weather. That was never in my sex ed class. They never were like, hey, one day you'll have sex on national TV with a total douchebag with mommy issues who loves watermelon with a strong jaw, who's just going to be pounding away behind you while other people are talking about the weather and you're disinterested. If they would have told me that's what sex is, I never would have had any sex, because that looked like that was the worst sex I've ever seen. I haven't seen a lot of sex, but that was bad sex. How many times can I say sex? A lot. Beth is a little immature, and she is, I don't know. I wanted more for Beth. I did. I wanted more for Beth, but she's definitely treating it like Love Island. And so is freaking Jed, at this point. Yeah, the stool. Pray for the stool, you guys. If you're at night and you're home alone and you're by yourself and you're just wondering, like, who can I pray for? There's lots of people. It's a panic-cooking. Pray for doctors, nurses, people struggling, all that. But also pray for that stool, because that stool never consented to be used by Aqua Douche and the soccer ball Annalise and Holly Beth and Jerks and Mickey. They all, and Baby Bangs, Nick and Bella. I stole your chain, Bella. Yeah. Oh, just everybody. That poor stool has seen, it's been to war, you guys, and it's got the PT. I hope that stool, if anyone sees that stool, start it on fire, do it a favor, put it out of its misery. Better not be back. It better not be back. This season is better than All Stars, Natalie. It legit is better. Like how Austin and Braden talk, like, oh my God, it's legit so much better. Like, I'm dead ass worried about going on the block. Like, literally. Oh my God, I'm dead. He put me on the block. I'm dead. Oh my God, have you seen my lip liner? I'm dead. 100%. Hey, Braden, do you think I'm like literally going home? Because if I am, I'm dead. 100%. I don't think you're going home. 100%. My husband is like throwing dishes in the kitchen. No, he's cleaning. But 100%. You're going home. Like 100%. That's their I love it. I love their conversation, but it's 100%. It's 100%. It's 100%. Literally. I'm dead. I am dead. Like, I have to be in this ball pit because they like surround me and caress me, and I'm literally dead in the ball pit. Like, should we start playing this game, Braden? 100%. We should. Like, I don't understand how people just like literally make big moves and then like literally keep playing this game. Like, I don't have time for that. Like, 100%. Like, it's really hard. 100%. Yeah. Like, dead ass. Bible. For real. Bible. Dead ass. Bible. 100%. That is like literally. But it's 23-year-olds, 23-year-olds. I always have to bring back the sex stool and the Holly Beth Jerkson sex. Talking about the body is like that is inappropriate. But just like Ty at the veto ceremony, I got the popcorn. Yeah, apparently there was Ty brought popcorn to the veto ceremony for popping off, going on the POV ceremony. And when, Austin was put on the block, and whew. So we might eat well this week. Who knows how they're going to edit the episode? Who knows how well they're going to edit the episode? 100%, 100%. The Stools in Therapy. Thank you, Jacob Jones. You are so funny. Yes. So still waiting for the secret ball, right? They keep talking about the secret balls, Kendall. They're like, oh God, I found a large lavender ball. Well, I found a larger lavender ball. Well, I have, bingo balls in there. And Kyle told Vic, I found some bingo balls. Yeah. So I hid them down by my real balls in the ball pit. I like to rest my real balls on them. And yeah, so would I tell you that if Ro wasn't going to go full force with you? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. I'm going to go home. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just going to chill. So we'll see. I mean, we do have a couple days. This is an unpredictable game. Could Kyle pull it out in the end? I said pull it out. A lot of wiener references right now. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Lala Mugs. The way Austin is constantly posing and wearing her sweaters off her shoulders drives me crazy for some reason. It's just so 23-year-old. You know what I mean? I kind of am okay with that because learning more about Austin's past and her having lost weight and all this stuff, I'm just like, girl, if you're feeling yourself, feel yourself. So I find it a lot more tolerable than some of the stuff that Beth does. But yeah. Wonder if the stool got washed and is still in the house. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But that's good. I look at me. I'm like, that's good. I'm rating myself. That's good. That's a decent job, Joleen. We had slides. We had spoilers. We had lip gloss. We had some impressions. But like I said, Joleen needs a team. JNAT. Hashtag JNAT. If you're interested, apply within. There's no payment. And the hours are all over the place. But if somehow you think of a way that you want to help me during this Big Brother season or the summer season, let me know. I don't know. I might just be talking out of my ass right now. But everybody has a team, and I need a team. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I'm a solo dolo type of girl. But either way, thank you guys so much for joining me. Please give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on the social media at Joleen Lunzer on Instagram, Twitter, and the TikTok. I also post a new vlog on my Joleen Vlogs channel. Are you guys subscribed? Just search Joleen Vlogs, JOLEEN VLOGS. I post weekly vlogs. I promise you I'm starting this. I have like 3 or 4 vlogs up now. Okay? I'm like a full blown vlogger. You can also find me on Twitch. So there's just many places where you all can find me. And if you're on TikTok, give Auntie Joleen a follow because she's struggling. She's under 200 follows. Under 200. This is pretty sad. And like Morris, he's on Twitch and he's my only mod. So if you're on Twitch and you want to mod it out with me, let me know. DM me. I'll add you as a mod. I figured out how to do that. Okay. You guys are wonderful. You're beautiful. You're sweet. You're kind. You're sarcastic. And we're all shitty. We're all just shitty Big Brother Canada fans. I don't know where I'm going with that, but shitty is fun. And thank you for letting me talk about showmances and wieners and the game of Big Brother, which we all love so well. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your night. And I will see you tomorrow on Sarah's channel, aka Nerdtainment, where we do our Tuesday night spoilers. So you won't see me here. So if you're looking for me, I'll be at Nerdtainment, and I'll be back Wednesday, Thursday, and then Sarah will be joining us Friday. Bye, guys.